What is up, everyone? It is K to the Z. I am so happy you're back with us. Today we're doing something a little different. I'm doing a how-to. In this case, we're doing a how to tell the difference between a fake and a real Yeezy 350 V2 Zyon. That is the newest release in the V2 350 line, and I want to help you distinguish between the real and the fake. Or wait, is it the real or the fake? Stick around and find out. I noticed 10 major differences that can help you not get scammed. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I can't tell you how excited I am. I've seen an increase in growth in this channel, and it is all because of you guys. This was a grassroots effort like every YouTube channel, and I couldn't be more proud to be with y'all and to be sharing what I have to offer from a sneakerhead standpoint. Today's a new type of video, and I want to do more of these because I don't know if most of y'all know this. I've had a few people reach out. They've said, tell us the story about how you got scammed in a fake chunky dunky deal. I'm gonna put a video together for that if you guys let me know in the comment section that you wanna see that. There's the pair, I still have them. Questions have come in like, do you still wear them? What do you say when someone calls you out? We'll go into all that detail, and that's for another video at another time. Today is a how-to type video, and in the open I mentioned I want to help you guys keep from getting scammed when you buy a pair of Yeezy 350 V2 Zyons. I have a buddy, shout out to the OGDP. He lent me a pair of his real Yeezy Zyons that he was able to cop when they dropped that Saturday. This is the real pair to my left. In this case, to my right, your left, is the fake pair of Yeezy Zyons. So we're gonna go into as many differences as possible. And as I mentioned in the open, I noticed 10 major differences. I even got a black light. We're gonna go at the end, we're gonna look at it under a black light. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to first look at the just side-by-side comparison. I want you guys to look. This is the fake, this is the real. And I'm just gonna kind of show you the shoe all the way around. And I want you to examine the shoe from a top across the toe box. Examine the stitching, the coloring, the flaws that you might notice as we move the shoe in a 360-degree rotation. Look at the back. You can kind of look at the heel. I'll show you the bottom or the sole in just a minute, and then we'll go into all the detail. You can see the real Yeezy Zyon has a very consistent and almost more dense pattern than this thinner and very different patterned stripe down the front. I want you to also notice it continues up the back. You can see this heavier, more consistent pattern goes. Compare the two. This is almost a thinner and rougher if you run your finger over it. This is very smooth. This is quite rough and jagged. You can feel the quality and the materials are very different. Everyone, from this angle, I wanted us to look at a couple of differences between the fake and the real pair. This is an angle I wanted us to look at as we examine even closer the differences. And you really, for these patterns, have to get very close. I'm gonna bring it closer to the camera. This pattern in the back side of this overall design looks much more flawed and puffy and raised. And as I run my finger over it, I can tell the difference between the consistency of the pattern and the materials used. This is something that I think you guys should want to look at and run your fingers over. If there is ever a question, I want you guys to feel like you can touch and feel the shoe or ask for better pictures of the shoe if you're buying them online. That's in many cases, especially during this time. We're buying more things online and it comes with more risk, and I want to help you minimize and mitigate that risk. Now, as we look at the laces, that's where it's very, very difficult to tell the difference. Now, I'm a lace swap guy, but in this case, as I feel the laces and we look closer, you really can't tell the difference between the laces. Now, as I feel them, I feel like the fake pair and the real pair are the most similar in this way. Waffle pattern, very similar. Stitching up the middle, very similar. Let's go to the back side. As we look at the coloring of the, not gum, but almost yellowed sole that runs to the length of the sole on each of the Yeezys is different. The fake pair has a much yellower feel to it, color to it. You can see it there. That's more white or light. I'm trying to give the best angle. I feel like this is the most fair. This is very yellowed. This is more consistent and maybe an off-white. All right, guys, so what do you think so far? This is not easy. When we have these shoes side by side, it is very difficult to tell the differences. And you saw how close some of those last close-ups were on the side and the material of the pattern. This is incredible, y'all. And again, as a reminder, I put the notice up front. This is in no way endorsing the fake sneaker market. That changes everything, y'all. I want to do this for educational purposes only. That's it. But I want to look at the tag between the fake right here and the real on my left. The tag between the two, there's only one tag on either shoe, and that's the, well, in this case, it's the left shoe. The real pair has it on the left shoe, and you can see it's a little bit thinner tag, almost like they used to have in department stores on the price tag hanging off clothing. This one, however, has a more squared tag, and it's much more flimsy, and it has the basic information, including a barcode, but nothing is in English on the back. This is a square tag on the fake pair, and an elongated, more thin, more hard, and less flimsy like the fake pair. This is more paper. This is more cardstock. See, I got them switched up again. The fake has more of a yellow and more of an off-white on the real pair. And as it goes to the Boost and all the way through the bottom, here's the differences. We looked at it as we went around the block on the shoe in the beginning of the video. Now, as I feel, once again, the fake pair, the real pair, as I feel the Boost, I feel like the Boost is a little more firm here and a little less, more cushiony here. Seems like it would be more comfortable. I have one other pair of V2s, and this seems exactly identical to that pair. And I had to use that pair. I have the tail light. I had to use that pair, in fact, to really look closely to determine all the differences that I could help you with in determining fake versus real. Major differences in determining fake versus real is the following. This one, as you look very closely, there are 3 stripes. I'm gonna let it focus. There are 3 stripes, but there is no circle around those 3 stripes as you look. Right there in the Boost pattern, I want you to look very closely. Those 3 stripes are there, but they have a defined circle around them. Do you see that? Let's look side by side. You see that difference? I hope you could see that. We're gonna go back and check. If not, we'll film it again. The fake pair and the real pair. Now, I will say, the real pair on the left is an 11.5. On the right, we have an 11, a US 11, but still the box is noticeably smaller. If you can tell, the box is considerably smaller. In case you can't tell, I'll move it in this direction. There is a margin of likely 1/4 of an inch between the 2 boxes. I don't believe that could account for only a half size camera. Now, let's look at the labels. Here we have the US. As we look at that, we'll get a little closer. the US label here, and the fake pair here. Now this is a little beat up. That's not a big deal, I don't think, to most, and at least such a small thing, but there's the two side by side. You can tell they have very, very similar detail, other than the font on the fake pair seems to be lighter. And there's one stamp, if you can see where it says inside right below 350 V2, that is not on the fake pair. The real pair was made in India. The fake pair says made in China. Otherwise, everything else is pretty consistent. Now, as we open the real pair naturally comes packaged with the shoe inside, wrapped inside of the paper. Now, I wanted to show you that. You've seen the shoe, but I wanted you to see that. There's also this card that comes inside. It is written in several languages, but that does come inside. Oops. And they all sound alike when they close, if you close them too fast. Here's the fake pair. This is how it came. It doesn't come wrapped with the paper. The paper is laying on the bottom. It also, check this out, y'all. Hold on. I wanted to show you both of these things. It comes with a fake StockX label. This fake StockX label and hang tag. The tag was not on the shoe. It was just laying there. It had 2 silica gel packets, but otherwise they were just laying in the box. We are gonna try something new. This might even help us further understand which pair is the real and fake under a black light. And right off the bat, we notice the difference in the laces. This is almost more of an orange lace. Can you guys see that? It's more of an orange lace. And this is a more consistent and almost like a gray colored, as it's supposed to be. Now, so another very quick noticeable difference for me is this real pair. See that? The real pair remains, almost appears more yellow under the black light, whereas before, with the light on, the fake pair on the right looked more yellow. And now look at it. It almost looks more translucent. The real pair, you can see, is almost brown or olive green around the edge, if you notice that. And let's go down the side of the real pair. It goes from a blue almost to that brown, and look at the eyelet right there, almost goes blue, and there's a weave pattern at the end that looks kind of cool. Let's go over here. Okay, it goes blue, brown. The eyelet does go somewhat blue, and there's not much webbing. Look at that. There's another noticeable difference.
Well, everybody, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it and got some value out of today's video. Drop a comment, let us know how we're doing, especially if today's video helped you out.